Il est 7h30, on peut commencer. Bonsoir à tous, good evening to everyone. Je commence ce soir par prendre la présence des individus qui sont présents ce soir. I will begin by taking the attendance of those that are here this evening. Please confirm, and we have Zoom going so I can see who you are. We have Laurence Parent, Errol Johnson, Mickey Gutman, Mr. Brownstein, Mr. Vesley. Madame Assouline is absent this evening. Monsieur Cantawala, Madame Gauthier, Mr. Benzikin, Madame Valois, and Madame Gagnon are all here. Alors, parfait, on est tous là. Madame Valois, if you could please record everybody that is present here this evening.
Merci.
Let us begin by opening the session. Je déclare que la séance de 16 juin 2020 est ouverte. I declare that this council meeting of June 16, 2020 is now in session.
10.2, adoption de l'ordre du jour. Il est proposé par la conseillère Parent, appuyé par la conseillère Johnson, que l'ordre du jour de la séance du Conseil municipal du 16 juin 2020 soit tel que soumis.
Everyone in favor?
Yes.
Very
Yes.
good.
Yes. Yes.
Adopted. If I can now outline the rules for this evening's meeting. This evening, meeting held June 16, 2020 at 7:30, there will be an audio recording. Hence, it's very important for future listeners listening in that we keep very quiet during the recording time and only speak if you must or if you're called upon. I propose as well that Madame Valois reads the title of the resolution along with the conclusion and includes the councillors' names that are assigned to the respective sections or resolution. As well, at the end of every resolution, I will ask if councillors, if you are against the resolution, if I do not hear anyone stating against, it will be concluded that you are in favor of the resolution. I now ask the councillors with clarity, are you in agreement with proceeding this way in order to make it easier to the listener and for everyone else on this call? Laurence Parent?
I'm okay with that.
Mr. Johnson?
I'm okay with that.
Mr. Gutman?
I'm good with that.
Mr. Brownstein?
I'm all right with that.
Mr. Wesley?
I agree.
Mr. Cantawala?
Yes, I agree.
Madame Gauthier?
Yes, I agree.
Perfect. Madame Valois, s'il vous plaît, notez qu'on est tous d'accord avec ça.
Noté. 10.3, résolution luttant contre les injustices raciales, ethniques et religieuses.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the document. Before this resolution is read, I would like to give a little bit of clarity as to what prompted us as a city to adopt such resolution. After the tragedy which took place in Minnesota, many racial injustices which take place in Canada and in our own backyard have been brought forward and have been brought to light. Last week I had the privilege of attending a virtual town hall meeting organized by the West Island Black Community Association. During this very informative and educational exchange, much frustration, anger, and despair was expressed towards elected officials. Black people from our community and around the world want immediate action. They're tired of waiting. They're asking their representatives to do something to combat racial injustice. La communauté noire est encouragée, exhorte leurs représentants à se combattre contre l'injustice raciale. Now, although social injustices are not topics typically dealt with at the municipal level, as a local government, we could certainly play a key role in partaking in finding solutions. And one area, for example, just as recently, there's been an overlap with government powers. During the pandemic, we played and are still playing a key role in ensuring the safety of our residents. It's not in our mandate to look after health-related matters, but we are doing what we must to help our community. And here we go again, faced with a situation that we are unprepared for, but which require immediate attention and action by us. It's easy to say that it's not under our authority. However, we can challenge ourselves and look at what resources we have and be creative about how we can use them to the advantage of all members of our community. Je crois que c'est le temps de questionner et redéfinir le rôle du gouvernement de proximité. Nous sommes le palier du gouvernement le plus proche de nos électeurs et nos résidents. No one understands better than us about the issues and hardships faced by our residents. We need to think creatively about providing solutions to address injustices faced by the members of our community. Having said all this, I want to note that I believe Dollard-des-Ormeaux is an exemplary city which embraces inclusion and diversity. There are no ghettos, no segregated neighborhoods on our territory, and people live harmoniously side by side and have been for many years. Perfect examples of embracing diversity are International Day and the members of our council which represent the diversity of our own community and our electorate. Further, decades ago, our council decided to name streets, I'll point this out, after the names of cities from where our residents come from. And the purpose of this was to make newcomers feel welcome in our community, in our city. As well, the diversity of our personnel speaks for itself when we look at it. Although we have much to be proud of, it's not the time to pat ourselves on the back and sit on our laurels. Nous ne sommes pas parfaits, il y a toujours moyen de s'améliorer, et ceci est notre devoir. This is our work and our homework to do. We need to continue working hard and challenge ourselves. We need to push further and demand more. As a community, we need to roll up our sleeves and be proactive in finding solutions to the injustices faced by individuals due to race, ethnicity, and religion. The resolution is not where our commitment ends, but rather where it all begins. In this new chapter, we will take concrete action which will derive from consulting and collaborating with the members of our community. I look forward to working with all our communities in ensuring that everyone is treated equally. Council looks forward to that. I encourage and challenge all elected officials from all levels of government to do the same. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Very good. Next. Very well.
Now, as for the resolution, whereas a protest in the United States took place following the death of George Floyd, an unarmed 46-year-old man killed by police during an arrest in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Whereas this tragic event has sparked protests throughout the United States and throughout the world, including Montreal. En tant que cet événement met en lumière les injustices auxquelles sont confrontés les individus noirs dans notre propre pays, province et ville. Entendu que le Conseil de Dollard-des-Ormeaux reconnaît qu'il y a des injustices qui tournant autour de la race, l'ethnicité et la religion. Whereas the city of Dollard-des-Ormeaux is recognized for being one of the municipalities in the province of Quebec with the largest ethnic and religious diversity in which residents from all origins have been cohabiting in harmony for decades. Entendu que la ville de Dollard-des-Ormeaux s'est engagée à refléter cette diversité ethnoculturelle par des événements tels que la Journée internationale par la diversité de son personnel et de son propre corps élu. Je propose que le Conseil dénonce fermement et unanimement toute injustice liée à la race, l'ethnie et la religion. The Council reaffirms its commitment of promoting and embracing ethnocultural diversity in Dollard-des-Ormeaux. The Council reaffirm and continue to commit to taking concrete actions in ensuring that individuals from all backgrounds have equal employment opportunities at the City of Dollard-des-Ormeaux. The Council support programs and initiatives aimed at targeting racial, ethnic, and religious inequalities and injustice. And this is seconded by Mr. Errol Johnson. I now ask, is there anybody that is against this resolution? With no one opposing, I confirm it is approved. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Very good. Excellent.
10.4, période réservée au service de la police. Le commandant Morier du service de la police, poste de quartier 4, a déposé au Conseil un court bilan des activités du service de police de l'histoire depuis le début de la pandémie. En plus de la surveillance de la criminalité, des incivilités et de la réponse aux appels d'urgence, les policiers se sont appliqués à faire respecter les différents décrets du gouvernement en lien avec la pandémie. Une présence policière accrue est toujours en cours dans les différents parcs, près des établissements commerciaux et dans tout lieu de rassemblement possible du secteur. Une attention particulière est apportée pour nos clientèles plus vulnérables. En matière de sécurité routière, ils ont dû revoir leur stratégie. Une vigie est apportée à la vitesse sur les grands axes routiers et en regard du respect de la signalisation près des parcs et des centres commerciaux. L'unité moteur a été utilisée afin de veiller au meilleur partage de la route des piétons, des cyclistes et des automobilistes. Le 7 juin, 7 cadets policiers ont fait de la patrouille à pied dans les parcs centenaires chez Greendale afin de créer une activité de rapprochement avec la communauté et d'effectuer une patrouille préventive dans le secteur. Le 8 juin, la cavalerie a patrouillé le cathérie d'affaires sécurité de la mairie des Sources en Seine-la-Vigne, les parcs centenaires Frédéric-Wilson et les rues résidentielles environnantes. La patrouille à vélo est de retour pour l'été. Ils seront très présents dans nos parcs. 10.5 question period. No questions were asked. Were submitted. 10.6 approval of minutes. It is moved by Councillor Johnson, seconded by Councillor Gutman, that the minutes of the regular meeting of the Municipal Council of Dollard-des-Ormeaux held on May 12, 2020, be approved as submitted. Anybody against?
Al? Where's Al?
Sorry, anyone against? And with this, it's approved.
25.1, habilitation du contrat 2020-025. Il est proposé par le conseiller Gottman, appuyé par le conseiller Brownstein, que l'offre de Installum incorporée pour un coût total de soumission de 118 235,69 taxes incluses pour le remplacement de câbles électriques de toute circulation selon les quantités approximatives indiquées au formulaire de soumission et les prix unitaires soumis soient acceptés et que cette dépense, moins les ressources applicables, soient indiquées au règlement d'emprunt R 2017-123, poste budgétaire 283-123-570.
Anyone against? And it is approved.
Awarding of contract 2020-026. It is moved by Councillor Brownstein, seconded by Councillor Vesey, that the offer of Aquadata Inc. for a total bid amount of $27,538.81, taxes included, for the diagnostic of the water main network by the inspection and analysis of fire breaking, according to the approximate quantities mentioned in the tender form, and the unit prices submitted be accepted, and that this expenditure, less applicable tax rebate, be charged to North Island Art 2019-148, budget item 283-148-570.
Anyone against? Approved.
25.3, habilitation du contrat 2020-027. Il est proposé par le conseiller Wesley, appuyé par le conseiller Parent, que l'offre de CGRA Construction et Gérance de Projet Inc. pour un coût total de soumission de 160 493,60 sous taxes incluses pour le remplacement des fenêtres dans 4 chalets pour Bruce Lake Road, Westminster et Westwood, incluant l'option 2, soit acceptée et que cette dépense pour les ressources fiscales soit indiquée au surplus affecté, poste budgétaire 283-820-582.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui est contre?
Non.
Alors, adopté.
Awarding of 25.4, awarding of contract 2020-031 VP. It is moved by Councillor Johnson, seconded by Councillor Cantarola, that the offer of activists for a total bid amount of $51,370.83, taxes included, for the redesign of the City of Dollard-des-Ormeaux website, including options B and C, be accepted, and that this expenditure, less applicable tax rebate, be charged to the accumulated surplus budget item 283-820-536.
Anyone against? Then it is approved.
30.1, approbation de la liste des comptes à payer. Il est proposé par le conseiller Cantarola, appuyé par la conseillère Gauthier, que la liste des comptes à payer, qui s'élève à 2 690 317,45 pour la période du 1er au 31 mai 2020, soit approuvée telle que signée.
Oui?
Anyone against?
No.
Then approved.
Movement of staff, 30.2, movement of staff. It is moved by Councillor Gauthier, seconded by Councillor Parent, that Council ratify the decisions mentioned in the general report covering the period of May 13 to June 16, 2020, on the exercise of powers delegated to officers and employees under bylaw R 2005-004, submitted to Council by the City Manager, and that Council approve the City Manager's recommendations pertaining to movement of staff dated June 11, 2020.
Anyone against? Then it is approved.
30.3, approbation de la liste des subventions annuelles aux aînés. Il est proposé par le conseiller Parent, appuyé par le conseiller Johnson, que le trésorier soit autorisé à donner une subvention à chacun des citoyens aînés de Dollard-des-Ormeaux inscrits sur la liste couvrant la période du 1er avril au 15 juin 2020, sous réserve que chacun d'eux remplisse les conditions établies par la Ville et que la dite subvention soit indiquée au poste budgétaire 213 134 903.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui est contre? Alors, avec ça, c'est adopté.
30.4, 2020 financial grant. It is moved by Councillor Johnson, seconded by Councillor Gottman, that Council approves the payment of a grant of $12,888.75 to West Park School for the year 2020, and that this expenditure be charged to budget item 273,000,925.
Anyone against?
No.
Then it is approved.
30.5, autorisation de dépenses associées à des contingences et des dépenses incidentes. Il est proposé par le conseiller Gottman, appuyé par le conseiller Brownstein, que le Conseil autorise une dépense excédant pas 30 000 $ taxes incluses pour couvrir les contingences et les dépenses incidentes sur des travaux relatifs au projet de réfection des salles de toilettes primaires au centre civique et des travaux relatifs au projet de rénovation des dépôts au centre civique, et que cette dépense, moins les ressources applicantes, soit imputées au surplus libre, poste budgétaire 283-820-531 et 283-819-544, jusqu'à concurrence de 15 000 $ pour chaque poste budgétaire.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui est contre? Alors, c'est adopté.
30.6, adoption of a policy. It is moved by Councillor Brownstein, seconded by Councillor Wesley, that Council adopt the financial, material, or technical assistance policy dated June 2nd, 2020.
Anyone against?
Nope.
And approved.
60.1, approbation des recommandations du comité consultatif d'urbanisme. Il est proposé par le conseiller Wesley, appuyé par le conseiller Gottman, que les recommandations du comité consultatif d'urbanisme, telles que sont signées au conseil d'ordinaire de sa réunion tenue le 1er juin 2020, soient approuvées.
Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un qui est contre? Alors, c'est adopté.
60.2, approval of the recommendations of the traffic committee. It is moved by Councillor Brownstein, seconded by Councillor Cantarola, that the recommendations of the traffic committee, as reported in the minutes dated May 22nd, 2020, be approved.
Is there anyone that is against?
No.
With this, it is approved.
80.1, proclamation de journée spéciale. Il est proposé par le conseiller Kamtawala, appuyé par la conseillère Gauthier, que le Conseil proclame sur le territoire de la ville le 5 juin la Journée mondiale de l'environnement et le 15 juin la Journée mondiale de la sensibilisation à la maltraitance des personnes âgées.
Excellent. Alors, avec ça, je déclare que la séance est levée. I declare that the session is adjourned. Madame Valois, if you could just please record the time that the meeting has ended.
Is Nancy there? Nancy.
Yeah.